What about this comparison? Tesla Cybertruck dual motor versus Model 3 performance. Okay, it's not really a fair comparison, but hey, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm in the Model 3 performance here at Coastal Grand Mall in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. There's no Tesla store in South Carolina, so they have a demo drive. I'm able to test drive the Tesla Cybertruck for the first time ever. And I gotta tell you, I'm kind of excited. It's, you know, we've all seen so many videos, but I thought, wow, let's check it out. Look how much bigger it is, cavernous, than the Model 3 Performance, like another third of a car. 223 inches, I think it is, something like that. So, with all the hoopla around the Tesla Cybertruck, I had to see what it was like. It's definitely got a presence, and I gotta tell you, it felt strange parking next to me because it has the amazing variable steering, drive-by-wire steering, so the four-wheel steering, and it is more aggressive when you barely turn it. So that was cool, but you don't have the surround view camera that I'm so used to in some of the other cars, so you had to kind of guess. It looks like I had plenty of room. I got as close as I could to the car. Anyway, we've only got about 45 minutes, now less than that counting, so let's take it for a ride and see what we think. Tesla Cybertruck. Okay, hey everybody, inside the Cybertruck for the first time, my first time anyway. I know you've got plenty of videos out there on the internet, but pretty exciting, pretty cool. Feels definitely bigger than my Model 3 Performance. Even the Model S feels bigger than that. Definitely depth, a lot of depth. I got Matthew along for the ride. He's gonna give his perspective, I think, later. We'll see, maybe, yep, axolotl is along with this. But it feels more spacious. Let's take a little drive. One of the complaints I've heard is full self-driving software isn't quite up to speed. Hold on, buddy, hold on. Thank you, thank you. So it flushes left, or it kind of veers left on full self-driving, so we'll just test that out. And then we're not gonna get into acceleration much. It's the dual motor. You can read about 4.1 seconds. It's definitely slower than the Model 3 Performance, the Cybertruck Beast, 2.6, give or take, with the rollout subtracted. So anyway, let's give it a shot. Off we go. Seat is buckled. Seatbelt is buckled. And we'll go back to, actually we got navigation set, so let's go ahead and, oh, I gotta pull up my key card. Subscribe. All right, buddy, gotta be quiet while we do this, okay? Okay, so now we'll do this, and we'll hit, so we're in full self-driving mode. You definitely feel the weight of the truck. You know, even when it's turning, yes, that variable steering, that drive-by-wire steering is awesome. But you definitely feel the height. I mean, the weight, you can't get around that. Our ride height, I think, is...
onto Coastal Grand Circle.
I'm gonna kill the audio on navigation if I can. Navigation, volume, let's turn it down quite a bit. Let's mute it.
Watch more of our videos, subscribe.
All right, so here we go. We've got 2 lanes on this side, and it seems relatively centered for this one. The tonneau cover is one thing, pretty cool, but of course I have no rear view, so we're just relying on this. I've heard kind of mixed thoughts on that. I don't think I'd mind that too much. Going over the speed bumps, full self-driving doesn't slow down for those speed bumps. I think my Model 3 Performance with the same software does. So that's kind of, you know, growing pains. I believe saying raising suspension based on location, so it may have raised me up a little bit.
Please, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe now.
You're telling them to subscribe? So you're not on camera yet, but I'm gonna put you on camera in just a little bit, okay, buddy?
He's on camera.
Well, yeah, that's true. He's got axolotl, stuffed axolotl. We saw that at Ripley's Aquarium, the real axolotl, and so now you've got the stuffed animal.
From Walmart.
That's right. So here are the cones. Feels a little close there, but not too bad. And again, my perception is a little off. So when I was even parking this, I want to say Beast, it's not the Cyber Beast, but when I was parking the Cybertruck just now, it just felt like I was a little closer on the edges. And you do have kind of the sonar sense look, so you have an idea of where the car is, but that'll take a little to get used to for anybody, I think, who's coming from a smaller car than that. Overall, though, full self-driving, I've had it for, geez, I want to say October 23, and not perfect, of course, but really impressive. It just kind of takes some of the guesswork out of driving. Obviously, you're still watching everything, but it really makes things easy. So a little bit more body roll. Let's see where my suspension is. Dynamics. We're in comfort. I'm going to try to put us in sport. Custom with a relaxed suspension. We'll do focused and lower preferred ride height. They've got it kind of limited what we can do on this demo drive, so that's how that is. Oops, how do I get out of here? Let's go back there. Yeah, full self driving tell me to pay attention. Understandably. Matthew, how's the drive back there? Feel pretty good?
Good.
Pretty comfortable?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right, so now the true test, or one of the true tests, is where we line up on this road in full self-driving. Okay, so let's get, well, it's going to get over for us, I think. So if you can kind of see those lanes over there, I don't know, it doesn't seem too bad to me when you look here too. It doesn't feel like we're too left. Feels pretty good. Seems pretty good. Noise is pretty good. Bigger tires, but hey buddy, come on man. Give me a high five. Matthew wants to put his axolotl in the camera. But I can tilt this to see rear passengers. He's in the middle. I'll show you kind of how the space looks in the rear once we get parked. Pretty good. Here maybe towards the left lane. I don't know, if you look there, that's kind of where we're tracking, if you can see there. I would say that's not too bad. Some of the videos I saw and have seen recently, it's really definitely pushed up left, and maybe on interstate it would go more left than needs to be. But yeah, it's comfortable. I don't know, I don't necessarily need the towing capacity. Sure, it's nice if you're going to the recycling center or the garbage spot once a week to throw a bunch of bags in there. I guess if you're taking some road trips, you can throw things in there. I saw a cool video earlier today about a guy who went to an outdoor theater on his 48-hour test drive, but then realized there were no speakers or access to the speakers, so they had to get back in the truck. That would be cool though, if they could lower the glass roof in the third row. So here I'm left off the lane here. In fact, I'm kind of riding on this orange lane. I wonder if it's because it just doesn't sense it as much, but you can see that, like, I'm right on the lane. That's kind of strange. It maybe just didn't catch it. That's never happened in my Model 3 Performance. So, maybe some kinks to work out as we've discovered and heard, but it wasn't uncomfortable. There weren't rumble strips that I hit. Here we're going to be slowing down for traffic, of course. It's fun. I think this feels so familiar. A little bit bigger screen than I'm used to. Obviously a little bit more space. My mom has the Model X, and so it reminds me of that. People have talked about the visibility on the sides, the front pillars. I could see that. You've got the little glass spot in the corner that you can see, but there's definitely more in this A pillar here. Pardon the ambulance going by. But I don't know that it's too inhibiting with the vision, the ability. Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually. They got the cutouts. You got the big gigantic windshield wiper that I know everyone's talked about. One thing I'd like to test is the audio system. It's supposed to be pretty incredible. The Model 3 Performance audio is good, but I guess I'm gonna have to put Bluetooth on. I'm gonna wait to do that because Full Self Driving is gonna haggle at me, and I don't want to get out for that. But then there's my rearview mirror, right? Smaller, but usable. I don't really mind the size. The side mirrors seem pretty big triangle technically, I think they have 6. What's up, buddy?
Axie is freaked out.
Axie is nervous? Axie's not liking the drive?
Axie is freaked out because they saw your phone in the air.
Oh yeah, my phone's hovering, isn't it? It's all locked up there. It's pretty cool. You know, space-wise, we're terribly spoiled because we went from a BMW X5. If you've got family and you're thinking about this, our BMW X5 was not big at all for rear seat passengers. We had a 2021 and a 24 that we leased since I worked there and sell those, and we had access to those. Loved them. Plug-in hybrid was great, got like 42 miles of all-electric range, and then you got the gas engine. But space wasn't great. So my parent company now owns a Kia store, so we switched to the Kia Carnival, and the space is cavernous. We did the VIP seat, so we've got like feet behind me. So it's strange to look back and see Matthew, you know, within arm's reach versus normally seeing him way back there. But definitely more space here than in my Model 3 Performance for the rear seat passengers. And I think you would, you know, you'd appreciate that for sure. And then the efficiency too, you know, depending on how many trips you're taking, you can research all that, but obviously this will be less efficient than the Model 3 Performance. Kilowatt hour per mile, I guess, is the breakdown, and that's, I don't have the stats, but you can see that it is a little less efficient. I think on Tesla inventory, they're always changing their deals, so you can check it out. But I think inventory was 1 year free supercharging, if I'm not mistaken. So that might be advantageous to some people who do drive a lot, don't have access to the free supercharger network. Don't have access to overnight charging and have to use the supercharging network. So here I was kind of riding the left lane a little bit, and you can kind of see too, it is showing that I'm going over. I could clip the rumble strip a little bit, it'll kind of wake you up. That would be annoying if you were on a long trip and it was hitting the rumble strip. I don't think I've quite yet hit it, so that's not too bad, but it does definitely veer left there. And that's more of an example. I'm gonna put max speed up a little bit. It is funny too, looking at the mirror constantly. You're going to the mirror and you're like, oh, that's right, I don't have access to that. With the tonneau cover closed, the tonneau cover has to be open for you to check it out. And I don't know that I can open it at speed. I probably can. Less efficient with it open. Says opening. I don't know, let's see. Oh yeah, check it out, it's open. So the trunk is exposed now. Now I have the rear view mirror back. Sorry, you can't check it out from that vantage point, unfortunately. With the software though, I could have front and rear facing cameras to show you. Or the new iPhone, allegedly. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Right? Technology, gotta love it. But it's cool, so now Matthew, check it out. In the back seat, you got the full access to the pickup truck area. It's kind of hard for you because you're buckled in. Sorry, buddy.
Could you turn
We're going to turn the camera off in just a second once we get parked here. Oh, yeah. I will. I will. Oh, you dropped Axie? I'll get it when we park, buddy. So, yeah. How would I rate the drive overall so far? I would say it's comfortable. It's good. If you like the SUV idea, you like visibility, man, you've got it. You're higher up. Yes, you've got the kind of funky A-pillars that are big, but I don't find it too frustrating. It reminds me of my mom's Model X, I would say. I'm going to turn off full self-driving. Give it just a little bit of acceleration. There. Does it feel quick?
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely quick.
Axie's going back.
It's not as quick as Axie coming back for you. I'll get her. Careful. You got it. All right, there we go. It's quick. It's definitely quick. Not as quick as the Model 3 Performance, as we knew. And we're in custom, which is standard speed and everything. But it is quick. The Cyber Beast would be pretty awesome. How often do you really need the speed, though? Of course, I think for what you need on a daily driver, this is fine. At any rate, the other caveat with the length, I want to say 223 inches. I got to double check. With our fridge in our garage, and we already have the long Kia, we wouldn't park this in the garage. So that's another bit of a bummer. In the South, you don't necessarily have to worry about snow, but it does get hot for sure. So with that, I'm gonna take a break. Matthew's sneaking Axie in there, buddy. I'm gonna take a break and get some more video here, but hey, hopefully you enjoyed my 2 cents of the Cybertruck. I've been driving a Model 3 since 2018, and then got the 24, and then got the 25 because there were 24 issues, and got the buyback. So all that stuff's on my channel. Hold on, buddy. We'll check in a little bit though. All right, see you in a sec.
Bye.
All right, presence in the driveway always feels different than on the road. Say what you will, man, I still think it's cool. I like it because it's different. Could it have been designed by Elon's child? Maybe, as far as the drawing goes, but it's cool. And the tonneau cover, pretty nice. This is manual, but yeah, overall looks good. Plenty of space. Of course, you can stand on top of the tonneau cover, as everybody seems to have done at some point. But yeah, pretty neat. Eager to hear what your thoughts are. If you haven't ever driven one, I would definitely recommend the test drive. Big, I think 35 inches tires they are, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty cool. One quick complaint, I'm sure you've seen fingerprints on the doors. The stainless steel shows everything. I guess Windex supposed to be working among the best to carry it along and spray it off, or you get it wrapped. But one negative of the stainless steel, of course, many positives, including the durability. But hey, that's a wrap.
Bye.
All right, so kid tested, 5.5 years old, actually 6 in January. Matthew, what are your thoughts on the Cybertruck? What do you think about it?
5.5.
5.5. What do you think about the Cybertruck, though? Thumbs up?
Yes.
Thumbs down? Thumbs up. Okay. What else do you like about it? Does it feel bigger than my Model 3? We've got focus on tuna and crackers. That's how it goes with 5-year-olds, as you know. The focus is on what's exactly right in front of them. Hey, can't blame them. A lot of adults are like that. Sometimes myself too. But the car is good. We are enjoying full self-driving again. Like I said, it does flush a little bit left of center. That should be figured out in the next software updates. And you know, Tesla has overproduced these Cybertrucks to the point that they're offering a lot of incentives for this third quarter. Of course, you get the $7,500 tax credit if you meet those income requirements. So there's $7,500 off. See X Lotto. That's another thing you get to enjoy. All right, buddy. It's a good thing he's so cute. Cute by design. But so $7,500 tax credit, $1,000 loyalty. So now you're $8,500 off. If you have a car with full self-driving, they're allowing you to trade in your full self-driving, which you probably paid $8,000 for. And then if you buy full self-driving for $8,000 or trade yours in, you get 0% financing up to 60 months. So it's a free loan. So an $80,000 car is around $72,000 at give or take, and 0% interest. The other question is, do you buy a used Cybertruck Cyber Beast, which now costs around 115 grand, I think, because they're charging you 15 grand extra built in for the lifetime free supercharging, full self-driving as well, and premium connectivity. So that's kind of placed the Cybertruck out of the market. There are used Cyber Beasts 2024s with 5,000 miles on them for around 82 grand. So when you look at it that way, if financing isn't a big issue to you and you're paying cash, do you say, all right, I can get a brand new Cybertruck, not the Cyber Beast, 0 to 60 in 4.1 seconds versus 2.6 seconds for the Cyber Beast, and get it for around 72? Or do I buy a used Cyber Beast to do that 0 to 60 in 2.6 with the 1 foot rollout subtractive, remember? So it's really probably closer to 3 seconds. And then pay 10 grand more for that. Tempting either way. What I come back to personally, I love the Model 3 performance. I love that it handles like a car. I don't necessarily need the big space in the back because, as I said, we got the Kia now for more space for our kids. We've got the huge trunk, pretty huge trunk in the Kia. So don't necessarily need the Cybertruck, but I have to tell you, it's comfortable for those who are driving the big Ford F-150s or the Chevys. The Cybertruck is very comfortable. It feels very similar to my Model 3 or my mom's Model X. And the steer-by-wire, the drive-by-wire, steer-by-wire, however you call it, steer-by-wire, I guess technically it is, is out of this world futuristic. To be able to barely touch the steering wheel and not have to do the turn over turn to turn a big truck and have the wheels, four-wheel steering work, it's really cool. And I've noticed it and appreciated it in the subdivision as well as on the drive to and from. So, hey, hope you enjoyed this little, quick little test drive with my son's dancing antics in the back. I'm telling you, this guy he's gonna have his own YouTube channel, right, Matthew? Hot Wheels, Legos, tuna and crackers. You're gonna do it, right? You said you wanted to be on. You said you wanted to say something on camera and do your own channel, right? I'll let you finish your bite, and then you can talk. Do you want to say anything for any people who might watch your YouTube channel in the future about your thoughts on the Cybertruck?
Yeah.
What do you want to say?
We haven't done any videos about Legos yet, but we'll maybe make some.
We'll maybe make some Lego videos. That's true. And what about the Cybertruck that we're driving? Do you think that Daddy should consider getting one of these and trading in his Model 3 Performance?
Maybe.
Maybe. What's your favorite thing about the Cybertruck?
I don't have a favorite thing.
You don't have a favorite thing. Okay. Do you think it looks pretty cool?
Well, but one of my favorite things is that it looks very like my Hot Wheels car.
Like your Hot Wheels Cybertruck that you have. It looks like that, right? That's pretty cool. It's definitely different. It's not like anything else on the road, except another Cybertruck or two. So yeah, there you have it. It's veering still left. As you can see, well, you can't see now because I've got the camera turned, but overall pleasant experience. I'm glad I did it. I don't know that it pushed me over the edge to actually get one and take advantage of all these incentives. And I didn't know that it would, but it definitely opened my eyes to the fact that you can really get a good sized truck that's so very familiar with the Tesla architecture, and it doesn't feel terribly different, cumbersome or otherwise. In fact, with the drive-by-wire steering, it's actually maybe better. A little bumpier. My wife went in for a little ride. She said, I feel like I'm wobbling a little bit more. So maybe a little bit of that, but overall still very comfortable and pretty enjoyable. So hope that helps. Comment or send me questions in the comment section. Any thoughts that you have or inquiries or otherwise, let me know. And I hope you're having a good one. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. See ya.